Hey everybody, welcome to the Knuckle Yard YouTube channel. So what we're going to be doing today is kind of just having a little brief conversation about our plans going forward. Christian couldn't be here today for this video, so we're going to kind of do this one a little bit without him, but I have a feeling he's going to agree with everything we say regardless of how it goes. So, Tom, what are you wanting out of the channel?
Just people enjoying getting a break out of the real world and enjoying watching pretty much not good fight. Well, we're getting good at it, but you know, non-professional fighters fight and getting enjoyment out of the fights.
Yeah, I think I like that. Obviously, we have a plan at some point if we get big enough to monetize, of course. You know, we just did a fight today about 10 minutes ago. In terms of your development since we started this 4 weeks ago, how do you feel our improvement has been?
I think our improvement, especially with me today, I worked on defense, trying to get everything, you know, where they're not able to get as much blows on me. The other thing that I think I did getting better each week is being able to take the hits. I think you, Caden, the one thing that you improved on is you don't turtle up as much.
Right.
And I think that's how we kind of do get you almost lower to face shots because you curled up and put your face closer to our hands.
Yeah, and I'm going to start experimenting during fights too and kind of see if I can slip some new moves in there. One thing I noticed I've been doing, and Tom, you do the same, is we tend to forget we have two hands, so we throw in our jab, right? And we're making some contact with that, but then we're forgetting to turn it into a combo, right? And that's the key to boxing, right? I mean, turning an opening into a couple different hits, right?
Well, yeah.
And I feel like I did okay with that today. What do you feel about that? How do you feel? What do you think?
No, totally. Me and Caden, you know, talked about, and today, like early in the video, we kind of show that this is our training sparring session, picking a specific thing that we need work on. Mine was defense, but no, I totally forget that we have two hands, so when we block, we can go underneath.
100%. In terms of the amount of fights you want to do, what are you thinking? Because I know I've said I want to have 6 fights in a night, so that would require 12 fighters. The reason for that, before I officially get your opinion on it, the reason I want to do that is so that we can have 3 weeks of content without having to actually record something. So say we do 6 fights and somebody gets hurt, right? That's a problem. We can't have that. Obviously they can't fight because they're injured, right? So if we had 3 weeks of recovery time, I mean, that might not be everything I need, but if we had 3 weeks of recovery time, plus kicking the crap out of each other every other week, it's going to be hard. I mean, especially once we start bringing people in, we're not going to be able to do light fights. Like, it's not going to be like what we did today where it was like 75%. It's going to be 100%, and there's not going to be much we can do about it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I feel like most broadcasters and even sports, half the time, they do record ahead of time, and just in case something does happen to the fighter, the performer, or whatever.
Right.
So I think that's pretty smart. I think it's a little bit going to be impossible unless we do a reach out to our locals, you know, boxers.
And see, I'd love to. The issue is if we invite an actual boxer, none of us are going to stand a chance. Unless we do a full-blown rumble, then we might stand a chance.
Well, but at the same time, I don't think we're probably get 12 people. That's my problem.
Well, at the moment, I've reached out to about 5 or so. So that's my buddy Kai, Mr. K. What was your last time? You
Well, I would love to.
had Mr.
Try.
T,
We got
Mr. T number 2, Mr. C, and and Mr. J.
yeah.
I don't want to use their real names.
I wish we could get Mr. J.
I'd love to get Mr. J to fight. He was our cameraman last time. I'd love to get him to fight. I don't know what it'll take to convince him, but we might get there. So I have Mr. K, Mr. J, Mr. T, another Mr. K, and then Mr. T, Mr. K, Mr. K. So I have 2 Mr. Ks. Oh shit, can't have that. So I have about 5 people that I've got to come. So if you could find somebody who you know, maybe we could try Shelton Thompson. Shelton Thompson. I don't know if he's still in town. Well, we're gonna figure some stuff out, and we'll start having some people come in. I just don't want to use names in case they don't come in. I already used a couple on accident, so I don't want to use any more than I have to, just because I don't want to have them give you a name and then you have complicated shit. So, and I'd love to get some girl fights, but we're gonna be hard pressed for that. We're gonna keep working on some people to get here, but because I know it's gonna get boring just seeing me and Tom fight, or me and Christian fight, and then Christian and Tom fight, or whatever. That'll get boring pretty quickly, I'm sure. Any other thoughts? Anything else you're thinking?
No, I just I think the best point that I want to end this session broadcast is to reach out to people in Twin Falls that are interested in learning how to box. Of course, if you're a skill fighter, it would be really unfair how working we are. But
that being said, though, I would love to have a skilled fighter come out and do some training with us. So if you're watching this and you are a fighter, we would love your tips, comments, anything to help us out and get better so we don't look so unprofessional and janky. Another thing you touched at the end of our last video on doing some MMA fighting with jiu-jitsu and stuff, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah, so
and some wrestling.
So I think with how much skill set, if me and Caden, and if we possibly get Christian to come out, and I can teach him some grappling decisions. Now, Caden's concern was MMA does a lot of face shots, but look at what boxing is. Boxing had a lot of face shots in it, but we're still able to do it with bodies, so it would be almost the same rules as what we are in boxing.
Okay, would we need to get grappling gloves, or could we do it with boxing gloves?
We will have to get newer gloves, MMA professional gloves. Once we get MMA gloves. But I think our main focus before we even get the gloves.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we make a commitment to starting up, doing some mixed martial arts. Once we hit 50 subscribers, we're at I think 9 now.
Sure.
So if we got to 50 subscribers, maybe we could throw in some MMA.
But yeah, and while we're building up all you fans, we can still do training sessions. So by the time we get 50, we can actually do it.
Yeah, I think that's great, because that's also a good way for us to get a nice solid
cardio workout.
Well, that and boxing background too, not background, but
fighting background.
Base ground. Well, no, because you want, obviously, if we're doing MMA, we got to have a fighting base, right? That's where it all stems from. Is you have to have a good boxing base.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if we can learn how to box, and maybe we can record one where we watch a YouTube video and practice the trainings on it. I don't know. We could try something like that. We're gonna come up with some new stuff. I just kind of wanted to sit down again. I wanted to sit down and just kind of go over what we're thinking. And I wish Christian was here, because he'd have some pretty good input. But I'm fairly certain he's gonna agree with everything we said. And if he doesn't, we can always throw another one together and add him into another video and do some commentation with him as well. I'd like to get a specified cameraman and a specified commentator. That'd be really nice. If we could get somebody in on that, that'd be awesome.
Well, yeah. And the other thing I think we need to start, because this is really enjoyable, is do like a little 10-minute or whatever after fight night.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I think that'd be really fun.
We can talk
that'd be a great opportunity to also answer, once we start getting some comments on our videos, to start answering some comments and stuff like that on there. What we need to do is get you on the channel so that you can go through your phone, or get you recording and get you on the get you so that we can have one of us looking through the comments so we can comment. One comment I did get is the camera angles were crappy. I want to again stress, we are not professionals. We are by no means even close to professionals. Cameraman nor fighter. We're not anything fancy. So that being said, please be aware of that. We're not professionals. We really aren't. We're going to get better. I think our videography skills will get better. Our commentary skills will get better as we go. What I'd like to do is get some multiple different angle shots, get a couple different cameras stationed up so people bring their phones in. I just have to figure out a way to get them all on the same phone, because the issue we're running into with that is we can only send so much video at a time. So figuring out that'd be really cool to figure out something like that where we can send bulk files.
Oh yeah, and like I say, we're not.
We might have to go. Actually, no. I have a laptop. We could always boot them up with the laptop. Hi, gorgeous.
I don't know, but
That's my wallet. You can't have that. Sorry, you haven't yet, are you?
but no, I think that each time I think I fight, I actually last longer.
100%. And I feel like if we keep doing it at least weekly, I think we'll get to a point. Hey, can I have those? Bring those here. Sorry, my daughter's grabbing stuff, and that's a pair of scissors that she doesn't need to have. So we don't want any fingers snipped off. That'd be a really bad day. Not that I think she could actually squeeze these, but I don't want to try. You can't have these, okay? I'm sorry. I love you, but no, that's not gonna happen. That was a terrible throw. It'll work though. Stay here. And also, please, if you're watching and you see our videos, feel free to comment any things that you see. I know I've said that already, but please comment and let us know what you think. We really love the feedback. Just be nice. I mean, if you're assholes, we just won't respond. That's just gonna be how that goes. I want that to be known now. I'm not gonna be responding to asshole comments. I'm gonna press that on these guys. Don't interact with people that are being assholes. I know that this is supposed to be just fun. We're just learning. We're having fun. That's the whole point. Getting more active. So, thank you guys again for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Want to throw something else in at the end?
Nope. We'll see you next time.
All right, awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching again. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is the Knuckle Yard with you guys.
And this is Tom from the Knuckle Yard.
Hell yeah. Let's get it out of here. Thank you for watching. Ooh.